Yeah, here we go. Here we go, everybody.
What a cluster. Oh my God. I don't think there's ever, well, there have been like bigger clusters for sure.
Yeah.
But this, you guys,
It's been a morning.
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
like, I mean, how many hours has it been? It's been, I don't even know. It's hours and hours.
Hours and hours and hours. So
this isn't alcohol, but it should be.
So, you guys, I'm in a different location, as you can see, and I'm on a different computer, as you can see, and everything is borked and nothing is working correctly. And we're just going to get through this. Okay. And then we're going to hope that things are mostly back to normal tomorrow, but they likely won't be, just FYI, because my internet provider sucks. And we'll just leave it at that. But we're here, and maybe we have like, different people checking us out at lunchtime.
That's right.
Hello.
That's right.
For those of you who are.
Maybe there are different people here, like people on the West Coast that are like, good morning, and good morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning, indeed.
That's right.
So it's probably going to be a bit of a disjointed show because I genuinely don't remember what we have in store for you. I have my notes and we're going to rely on them heavily. And
I have an idea or two. We're just going to free ball it, you guys. We're winging it. We're going commando today. That's what we're basically doing.
It's going to be crazy. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Marcy, who is one of our new YouTube moderators, Marcy Pervalez. Thank you so much for helping. Appreciate that. And then also just some super exciting news for the weekend. And that is that yesterday we talked to Batya Ungar Sargon, and it was like one of our favorite interviews of all time
in the history of you guys. Okay, I'm going to give away one thing. She blessed us at the end. I've never been blessed by an interviewee.
That was amazing.
I love her so much. It hurts.
Yeah.
She's the real deal, you guys. You have to check out that interview when it comes out. She is the real deal.
Yeah, that'll be out Saturday. And I mean, she's phenomenal. We've wanted to talk to her forever. And so the fact that we got to is just really, really exciting. We're super, super psyched about it. Super stoked for you to hear it.
And you know how they always say, like, don't meet your heroes because you're going to be disappointed. You know what I mean? That saying, that whole like, don't meet people that you want to meet because then you're going to be disappointed. And we've been disappointed over the years.
We have
by a lot of people. She did not disappoint.
Not even a little bit.
Everything you think she is and more. So yeah, you're going to have to check that out.
Yeah, you will love her. We loved her. It was a fantastic interview. I think you'll enjoy it. It'll be out Saturday. Yeah. Also, just wanted to point out that because my internet has been down since like 9 o'clock, like after I went to sleep, it went down. So I did not discover that it was down until this morning, which is when I do most of my prep. So I don't have included in today's lineup things like clips from Trump's rally in Pennsylvania, for example. So if you didn't know that he had a rally in Pennsylvania yesterday, I'm telling you that. I'm just also telling you we will have no clips from it. So there's going to be certain things that we just don't have because there was no time to pull those things together without internet and only a phone basically this morning. But we do have a lot of stuff that we're going to talk to you about today. And one of the things that we're going to tell you really quickly before we get into the Turning Point and Erika stuff is that you need meat.
You do need meat, you guys. I have it all the time. I have it in my freezer. It is right there for people coming over. And I have so many people coming over, even with a broken arm. I have so many people coming over for the holidays. And it's going to make it easy for me because I always have Omaha steaks in my freezer. I've got fillets. I always have smash burgers, which we will just like flip onto the grill. And I have hot dogs. You guys, they're very underrated. People don't ever think about their hot dogs, but their hot dogs rock. I know you like their seafood. And then their sides are amazing. Like you don't even have to really cook. You just like whip this stuff out and it's easy to prepare. Very easy to do because I'm not a kitchen person at all. Obviously, because when I go in there, I break my arm. This is what happens. So yeah, definitely check out all of the sales going on there now. You can visit omahasteaks.com, 50% off site wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. That's what's happening, which I love the name of that, Sizzle All the Way. And then you get an extra $35 off using promo code CHICKS at checkout. Totally do that, you guys. 'Tis the season for steak. omahasteaks.com, code chicks. Do it.
Do it. All right. So lots of stuff happened. Erika Kirk is on a book tour on Charlie's behalf. His obviously final book has just been released. And
which I want to get and read so bad. Yeah.
Same. So she's out promoting it as she should be.
Totally.
The criticisms right now that are being levied against her are so disgusting that I almost can't believe it. I mean, it's making it very easy to like cull our Twitter following because I just, the things that they're saying about her are so disgusting. I mean, obviously people are accusing her of being in on the murder, which is, I can't. There was one comment where someone was like, well, Erika just doesn't know him as well as Candace did. His wife, okay? The mother of his children. This is what people are saying. They're accusing her of sleeping with JD, and that is why they both wanted to off him. That's why, like, now Candace is saying that the U.S. military was involved. I mean, that she's not grieving right, that she shouldn't be on a book tour because she has small kids and she should be taking care of them. This is the kind of stuff that people are saying about her.
I assure you that she is taking care of her children much better than Candace is taking care of her.
And by the way, I totally blame Candace for all of my internet problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just asking questions.
We don't know, but we know.
So speaking of Candace, oh my God, the latest theory is just, you can't make it up. So she released like a series of Instagram texts, like pictures on her story. I don't even, anyway, I'm going to need you to read them because my computer screen is so small compared to the one that I cannot see anything. I can't even see you hardly.
Hi, over here. Hello. I can totally do it. I can do it.
Okay. So it's a video, but it's going to run through 5 different screenshots. And I think it's slow enough that you can read it like normal.
God, I hope so. This is a test for my eyeballs. Are we ready?
If you need me to pause, let me know.
Okay.
This was what she released on Instagram before. What the hell? Why am I getting alerts? Sorry. Okay. This is what she released on Instagram before her show. Okay. So here's a series of messages that she posted.
Okay. Here we go. Yesterday was the Feast of the Immaculate Conception in Catholic world. That's a day of holy obligation. So as soon as my podcast ended, oh God, I didn't read that. I simply prayed for a final piece. I pray for God to give me a piece to the Charlie Kirk mystery that would be a nail in the coffin, expose a cover up. Jeez, I got it too fast. Okay, hold on.
I didn't think it was so fast. And now it's like slow all of a sudden.
Okay, now it's slow. Okay. I went home, had a late dinner, went up to lay my daughters for 15 minutes before going down to mine and thought, I'll just check the tips inbox. It was the first email I opened. I genuinely cannot see this as anything other than an immediately answered prayer, a story from a man in the military that is about to blow this case open. Oh, God.
That's what she always says, right?
It feels like today will be the day that the government can no longer deny it. Charlie Kirk was assassinated and our military was involved. I can't wait to share this information with you guys today.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Okay. So she said that she was like, a person emailed our tip line who's in the military and now she's convinced that after people hear yesterday's show, there's no way that the government can deny their involvement. Okay. So you would expect saying something like that, she'd have the details.
Yeah.
Here's her little preview of the show, just to put like a fine point on how big and explosive this is.
So the story I'm about to tell you guys today is so unbelievable that it has to be the truth. It's so detailed. We fact checked everything that we could, and it has to be a God thing. It's the only way that this could have landed in my lap from the person that it came from. I don't even know what to say about this. You're just going to be amazed, and your jaw is going to be on the floor like mine was when I learned this. And this kind of gets into that mysterious last trip to Asia that Charlie took. The timing of that was very strange.
Okay.
Okay. You guys, it's a God thing. She's bringing God into it now.
Okay. So, I mean, she is the best teaser.
Yeah, she's really
all time.
She is. She's really good at rage bait and engagement farming. That's
oh my God.
shtick. She's very, very good at it.
She's amazing at it. Like she knows how to get people to be curious to tune in.
And please subscribe to my newsletter. Very good at that. Yeah.
So one of her crazy cult followers did a nice little summary of what this big revelation was. There's no way I can read it, so I'm going to make you read it.
Oh God.
But here is
makes the girl with the glasses read it. This is what she does. All right, here we go.
Here is the story.
Okay. Bombshell. Candace Owens just exposed the U.S. military meeting where they planned Charlie Kirk's assassination. You won't believe who was there. A 35-year military whistleblower, Harry Myers, who's been running for his life since exposing Cartel U.S. command tunnels in 1990, accidentally walked straight into what he believes was the final planning meeting for Charlie Kirk's assassination. Date: September 9th, 2025. Location: Joint Task Force Southern Border Headquarters, Fort Huachuca, Arizona. He saw a room full of 12 plus lieutenant colonels. You don't see that outside the Pentagon.
Okay, pause. Because one thing that this person does leaves out of this story about the 12 lieutenant colonels is that he also told her that these were E4, E5 lieutenant colonels, which is not a thing. So E4 and E5 refer to enlisted grade levels of military service, right?
Okay.
And even I know that these are not, and lieutenant colonels are officers. They are not enlisted. They are officers. So this guy leaves that out of his little summary here, but I thought that's kind of important.
So she said that. So she actually said out loud that they were E4, E5.
She said that's what this guy told her.
Oh, okay. So, and then she and her gigantic team of researchers, investigative reporters didn't bother to effing fact check that, but you did.
They were, I didn't even have to because I just know that. I just know that.
Okay. Just wanted to point that out. Okay. Let me continue. Please. All right. Brian Harpole, TPUSA security, walking out with a gray-haired man in glasses who was clearly running the show. How do we know that? Did he have a top hat? What was, how do we know? How do we know he was running the show? He was running the show, you guys. A commander named Captain Neff. Yes. Same last name as Blake Neff. Dun, 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 dun. Who interrogated him for 7 hours, trying to label him a bomb threat and a spy. They detained him, threatened charges, and only let him go after verifying he wasn't part of some counter-op. The second he lands home, news breaks that Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. This is the smoking gun. It's it. This is it. I have such Candace fatigue at this point. I'm exhausted.
But this stuff is so entertaining. Like this is my favorite thing.
So effing stupid at this point. God.
So that's the big explosive story. And obviously it has a few holes, but that's neither here nor there to her cult following.
Literally Swiss cheese.
Right. So here is the summary, and you need to read this as well. This is what older Millennial had to say about this explosive new information.
Okay, so let's evaluate this with a critical eye. For this to be true, we would have to believe that a military whistleblower who was apparently already running for his life from the military industrial complex just happened to find himself at a high-level military black ops planning meeting. We would also have to believe that he was caught and interrogated at the same black ops site by the same individuals who have wanted him dead for decades. And they, instead of just easily murdering him and disposing of his body, they instead chose to let him see everything and then released him back into the United States. What about that story sounds even remotely possible? They wanted him dead already. Then they caught him spying on one of the highest profile assassination planning meetings ever. No one knew he was there, and they could easily have made him disappear, but they instead decided, nah, let's release him and let him tell everybody about it. Are you fucking serious right now? It's also it's comical at this point. She is a comedy movie at this point.
This is just like I can't even believe that there are people that genuinely are like, oh yeah, this is so true.
Like, oh my God. And then they'll come to our site and be like 7,000.
Right.
I can't.
I mean, it's just crazy. So all right, so that's the story. now you don't have to watch her show. I mean, I'm sure
there you
there's
go.
going to be
You're
some of you
welcome.
will.
we saved you like a couple hours. It's insanity. There you go.
But then remember how yesterday, we played that video of Tim Pool like exploding on her and saying all the things
and
that
needed
he was.
A cigarette. We both needed cigarette. We don't even smoke, but we both were like, inject this into my veins.
It was glorious. So, and then remember how we also showed the video or the screenshots of what she said about that. Like she was like, "Oh my God, he's obviously going through a personal crisis or financial trouble."
Gaslit him.
Whatever.
She gaslit the crap out of him.
Oh my God, it was so bad. And now she's digging that hole even further. And we're going to show you how as soon as Daisy tells you about Chef IQ.
Such a great transition.
It really wasn't.
Okay, so you know how every family has like that legendary holiday cooking disaster? It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the person who ruins everything, like at Thanksgiving or whatever. Like the 2 times I've tried to make Thanksgiving dinner, it sucked and everybody gets some sort of poisoning. That's what happens. You don't have to make that happen when you have Chef IQ Sense because everything comes out perfectly. And it's this really high-tech, awesome gadget. It's ultra thin. It's heat resistant up to 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't know what you're cooking at 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, but it does that. It's waterproof. It's easy to clean. It's long lasting. It charges. It has like 70 hours of battery life. And it's really cool because you can get the app on your phone and it's like, hey, your turkey is getting ready to be done. And it tells you exactly what you need to do to cook it. So you don't F it up, which is fantastic for people like me. So it gives you real guidance and like when to flip things. And if it's not turkey, it's something else, other kind of meat. It tells you when to flip and all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic. So give yourself or somebody else, if you're not a meat cooker, somebody else you love that is a meat cooker, the gift of perfectly cooked meals and meat with Chef IQ Sense. Use promo code CHICKS to save 30% and knock out that holiday shopping. Do it now. If you're not done, what is your problem? Like I'm done with all my holiday shopping. Go to Chef IQ.
Danger.
You in danger, girl. ChefIQ.com. Use promo code CHICKS. Do it.
Do it. All right. And I'm sorry if my mouse is bad today and like things are, I'm just sorry about how the show
we're just, the show is borky today, you guys. It is what it is. We're doing the best
it's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So back to Tim Pool. So she said he's going through personal stuff, financial struggles, whatever. She's just absolutely ridiculous. And then because there was a previous shooting apparently on his property back in 2022, she is she's outright suggesting that his own brother, Tim Pool's own brother, was the shooter in that situation. So can you read her thing at the bottom first and then his response to her?
The shooting Tim Pool survived in December of 2022 was committed by his brother, by the way. His brother was the one who fired the weapon on his property. And then Tim Pool said, the vile witch is now claiming my own brother tried to shoot me. This is an absolute lie. Candace is as vile as they come. She's a fucking demon.
I mean,
I'm not
wrong.
I'm not debating that. I'm not going to debate it. So yeah.
So that is the level to which she will stoop.
So she's saying, yeah. So is she saying now that the one that did the drive-by like didn't happen too? Because she's trying to, are people acting like that? Because a lot of people are on the internet are saying that didn't happen.
Well, because the reason that they're saying that is because some rando decided to call the wrong police department or sheriff department to see if Tim Pool had filed a police report. And because they called the wrong one, they obviously said, no, we've received no report of a shooting. And that person went completely viral by lying. And then Cam Higbee called the correct one and verified that, yes, they are investigating the shooting that took place the other night. Yeah. So Candace is a complete, all the words. Yeah. She's all the words.
She's all the words.
So she then had the audacity to respond in her show last night to Tim Pool calling her out the way that he did yesterday. And here is how that went. Oh, wait, what does this say? I can't even read it. What is this?
My brother never ran from security and literally works here and runs a gaming channel for our members. She is lying to you, bro. Holy fuck.
Yeah, because some of her people bought it.
And then Tommy Borum said, she didn't say he tried to shoot you. She said it was your brother who had run off from security after breaking into your place. If it wasn't Chris and he wasn't involved, just state that as a fact. Why twist what she said?
Yeah, and so Tim Pool responded to that, and what you just read was his response to that. And so she's just lying. And he apparently he didn't say the words exactly, but he absolutely implied that he plans to sue her, which I say, bring it on, Tim.
Yeah,
do it.
I just think a lot of people need to probably sue her.
Yeah. I mean, enough is enough. And then, so on her show, this is what she said about Tim Pool. She is the literal worst person ever. Listen.
He is a fundamentally weak man for what he did there. He should apologize. He won't. I don't care what happens to his platform. He's now essentially trying out because he's under financial pressure. He's trying out for a Zionist to pay him, and they will. Okay. They will cut him a check. And I hope it happens for you, Tim. I hope it makes you happy. But to do that to someone who has never done anything to you other than disagree with you about the Charlie Kirk narrative, I have not focused my content on you. And anytime your name has come up, it has been because you have explicitly been attacking me. You are a coward. You are less than a man. Okay? You are behaving, your type right there is like a person who's having financial issues and yet decides to go out and put $100K on a poker game. And when he loses and is a further $100K in the hole, comes back home and beats his wife and kids and thinks he's a tough guy. Wow. That's how you're acting right now. I'm not your wife. I'm not your kids. Get your affairs in order and stop blaming me because I'm actually traversing down the path that hasn't been traveled by standing up and saying that something corrupt happened and Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And I don't care about your midterms. Okay. Wow. I don't care about your next year midterms and whether or not the Republican Party is united. Okay. Because I don't want to stand next to people that would cover up Charlie Kirk's assassination. I
Unbelievable.
Hope that I have made my point perfectly clear.
Okay. You know what I heard? It's what I heard. You guys, what I heard? The wrap up there is, it's the Jews. You're a wife beater. And I don't give a shit about the midterms. That's what I heard.
That's pretty much a good summary there.
There's the summary. There you go. There's your clip notes.
And
I like her.
Oh my God. The amount of hatred I have for that absolute cow of a woman. I just can't. So a lot of the stuff
mean to cows. That was really mean.
That's true.
Cows.
I'm sorry about your cows.
I have 4 cows and they're lovely. All of them are lovely. They would never act like this.
So a lot of the things that she has tried to put out there as theories of to how Charlie got murdered. So much of it is false information and more. I mean, we're going to hear the most massive debunking ever on Monday night, of course, or Monday afternoon, whenever TPUSA is doing their response. But we're already starting to see some of her stories unravel. Here is a perfect example. She's long been saying that the finances at TPUSA are super shady, that there's missing money, missing forms. The IRS has opened an investigation into them, all of that nonsense. And that was addressed yesterday.
You know, it has to be the truth. It's so.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, you guys.
No, that's okay. Listen, we're freeballing it. Like I said, it is what it is. It happens. It just happens. I feel like we're doing pretty good, all things considered today. I feel like it's all, it's coming out in the wash. We're doing fine.
And like, I'm using one of those like laptop mice, you know what I mean? So it's like impossible to navigate,
right?
Which is really complicated, which is why I'm just sort of letting this video play itself out.
Absolute worst. Yes.
Okay. So CBS, at the behest of Erika, apparently, she asked the IRS to publicly respond to these allegations. And the Treasury Department, and according to the Treasury Department, they have told her and Turning Point, they are under no investigation. This is ridiculous. And there's a little excerpt of the article right here. If you could read this next paragraph. Here it is.
The letter said none of the 4 tax-exempt entities Kirk now runs, Turning Point USA, Inc., Turning Point Action, Inc., Turning Point Endowment, Inc., or America's Turning Point, Inc., are being examined by or are under investigation by the IRS, and all of the entities submitted on time all their 990 forms to the IRS this year. Contents of the letter were shared with CBS News. So, lies. All lies.
It's lies. And it's
lies and propaganda.
It's so defamatory. I mean, it's so clearly defamatory.
Yeah, it is.
Andrew Kolvet did an interview yesterday, and I wanted to share just a little bit of that interview because he does address some of this nonsense. And here is what, oh my God, it's doing it again.
And listen, it is defamatory because if they, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I was just going to say it is defamatory because if they lose donors because of this, I feel like they have a case.
Well, and she directly said to donors, stop donating. Like, stop being donors. If you've donated, ask for your donations back. She actually said that out loud on her Twitter account.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that isn't defamatory.
Yeah. As much as, listen, these are 4 entities that are, at the end of the day, businesses. And they rely on donors to run. And so if they're losing donors because of lies, that to me is defamation. I'd sue.
I hope they do. Oh my God, do I ever hope they do. All right. So here is Andrew Kolvet.
His closest colleagues, they don't care about justice or they're not asking questions. It's like, we are. We have been. And we want justice more than anybody else. I can guarantee you that. As much as you want it, I can guarantee I want it more. And there are conversations that happen behind doors. We are suggesting new things to look at. I have questions about who knew what when. Were there other people involved that knew certain things before? There seems to be indication of that. I want to see those questions answered. I want to know, was somebody radicalizing these people? Was somebody radicalizing Tyler Robinson? I want to know all of this stuff. I have questions. I am open to a whole flurry of things. What I'm not open to is a theory that Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie. Who else was involved? Sure, I can talk about that. Was there other voices in row? But I'm not open to that because guess what? The evidence of that case is incredibly watertight. And I would like for us to focus on the rise of left-wing violence, the rise of mental health illness in this country, the rise of young people in the progressive side, turning to Mangionism and assassination culture and the idea that they can solve their political disputes by justifying violence. And we're seeing more and more of that. Instead of focusing on that, we're getting taken down rabbit trails. And listen, I understand a good faith question. I understand that we've been lied to. But when you look at the people that have been harmed by this, our team, our staff, the movement, people that weigh into this issue, then they get caught up in it. There's been a lot of carnage, and I don't want that for the movement. I hope we can get through this sooner than later.
Yeah, I agree with him.
I mean, I just think back to the memorial service and how it was such a moment. You know what I mean? And it felt like so much good is going to come out of this, in spite of the fact that we all miss him. We all hate that he was murdered. There's going to be a positive outcome. And she is destroying every last hope of that.
Well, I mean, I will always say that I think that, after it, you have to look at the silver lining. And I think it brought a lot of people to Christ. And she's taken that and trying to tear it down. Why is that? I will always ask that question. Why is that? If she claims to be a Christian, why is she doing that? Why would you do that? That was the one thing he was above everything else. He was a Christian. He was a Christian. He was a godlike man. He was a Christ follower. Why would she want to tear that down? I don't know. It enrages me. It makes me want to do bad things.
Right. Like, I want to hope for her to have really bad rashes in really uncomfortable places. Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just
like where?
You
like in really bad places. Yeah.
No.
I don't know, but I know. I totally know. Yeah. Listen, do we have mods here today? Or are mods in here today? Yeah, get rid of the people that are saying stuff like Erika was involved, because those people God, they can F all the way off.
If they're on Facebook, they'll have to be dealt with later. But if they're in YouTube or Rumble, or whatever,
you're insane. If you think that. You're a cult member, you're insane, and you can F all the way off. I don't need you here.
Totally.
Go away.
You need to be kicked to the curb with a pair of Brunt work boots.
You come here for the transitions. That's why you come here. You guys, my boys, and my husband and my son, they love Brunt boots. And there's a reason that they love them. I do not wear work boots. Okay. Mine are kind of work booty, but they're also kind of fashionable because it's the way I roll here in the pasture. But the boys, they do a lot of work outside in the pasture. And the thing about boots, and a lot of the guys here will hear me on this, is you don't want to have to break them in. that is the thing about Brunt boots, is that you will put them on and you don't have to break them in. They're comfortable right off the bat. And that is the truth. Like
Ron noticed that too. Like when he got a pair
right.
and he was like, hot damn, these are
Right.
already so comfy.
Yeah. Cause that's the thing, is you usually have to you have to like have, you know, the blisters, and you have to deal with all the, you know, the discomfort for a lot of months before, you know, you really break them in. But you don't have to do that with Brunt boots, because they were made by guys who know work. I mean, this is the thing, that the founder, Eric Girard, he started Brunt after actually working with tradesmen who were tired of the big brands, like putting style over substance. They know how to make a work boot. So definitely try them if you haven't, because they're fantastic. And this is the time, like, get somebody, or the guy that you love, a pair of Brunt boots. They're the best. They really are. And our listeners get $10 off their order with code CHICKS at checkout. Bruntworkwear.com. Use code CHICKS. Do it. They're really good looking too. I love these boots.
Yeah, they're nice. They are nice.
Yeah, check them out.
Okay, so Erika Kirk, as we know, is currently on tour promoting Charlie's last book, and I would expect nothing less of her. If he were alive, he would be doing a tour promoting his book. That's what people who write books do. That's a thing that actually happens. So of course she's out there, and of course she's doing publicity for it. And of course she is trying to keep his legacy alive. And his legacy, of course, is Turning Point. And she wants it to succeed. She is now the CEO. I don't have to say all this stuff. You guys know all this stuff. But the fact that there are people criticizing her for doing exactly what he would want her to do is freaking batshit. And then, you know, the way that she can compose herself is so, she's got such grace and such class, and it just makes me rage when people criticize her. So she was on Fox and Friends yesterday and was talking about the relationship that Charlie had, not only with their kids, but with her mom, and how it's the really small things that will all of a sudden creep in and make her, you know, really relive that grief, because grief comes in waves. I know that. I've experienced that. I continue to experience it. For example, I just had to order our annual Christmas ornament. We always do an annual Christmas ornament that has like a little, you know, it shows each person in our family. And this was the first year that I was like, I don't know. I don't have Thomas to put on this Christmas ornament. And I like had a complete meltdown about that. So I get this really, really, I mean, I get it. And so the people that criticize her for the way she grieves need to be punched in the face. Here she is.
My mom and Charlie, they were best friends. I would always say that Charlie was her favorite child. But the thing that was so special about our Sabbath dinners was that it wasn't about religious protocol. Right. It was literally going to my mom's house. My mom's battling a very rare illness. It was literally going to my mom's house for dinner with my mom. It was, again, bridging that generational gap where my kids don't have phones. They're not looking at iPads. They're not looking at screens. We're sitting together and we're talking and we're loving on each other. How was your week? What were your wins? What are you grateful for? We went around the table and talked about that. And that was what was so special about our Friday nights. And Charlie was like, we have our Friday nights. But it's interesting. What I miss the most, what really just hits me hard, is when I'm in the grocery store and I see his hot sauce. I want to buy it. Or it's the little things, you know, his clothes everywhere. Excuse me. But it's the little things. And I know that people who have experienced loss totally understand what I'm saying. It's the small things that just get you. It's the visual of, you know, Daddy coming home, and to the world he was Charlie Kirk, but to us he was my love of my life and my children's dad. I'm so sorry. Understandable. Excuse me, but it's those little things where, again, he would walk through the door, drop his bags, Daddy's home, take his phone, Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer, and it was just all us.
I don't know how people watch that and say cruel things.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Because they're cruel people. That's how. Because they're godless and they're soulless, and pray for them. You know, that's all we can do. It's hard to do that because I want to punch him right in the face.
There's so
Lord,
many.
give me strength because I want to throat punch so many people. You know what I
Right?
mean?
My
But
God.
man, because that's it. It's what it is. It's kind of like, you and I were talking about going and doing a trip, see your parents in June. And the most fun of that trip, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in my 50s. The most fun of that trip would be able to sit down with your parents and just have nightly dinners and to be able to talk to them. That's the good stuff.
That's the good
That's
stuff.
the good stuff. And when you lose people and you don't have that to do it with them, I could hear that in her voice. I felt that with her.
Mhm.
And you're right. When people don't understand that, I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that because I retweeted that little clip of her yesterday, and I was just like, "F anyone who criticizes the way she grieves, the way that she's carrying on his legacy, the way she F all of you that can do that." And the responses are just predictably horrible. Like there were people that were like, "I didn't see an actual tear." I mean, these are monsters. These are insane people.
Mm-hmm.
So she went on to talk about facing criticism and the fact that Charlie was so good at just, blocking out that kind of noise. And she's learning that as well. Here's what she said about that.
From everyone, and you guys get this too. I know you get the echo chamber. You get people analyzing everything about you. They think they know everything about you. They know nothing about you. Right. They see you on TV. They think, oh, she's this, she's that. He said this, he said that. And honestly, it's Charlie saying, baby E, just stop. Stop. You don't have to answer to every single person that's accusing you of things or saying that you're doing this or grieving a certain way. Baby, just stop. You know who you are and whose you are, and I'm here. I see you.
It's true.
I love that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm not trying to compare, but I remember, because we've been doing this, like almost 20 years. And I remember the first couple of years I answered everybody. People were so mean. The first couple of years was really tough because we used to be really nice, you guys. We're not so nice anymore.
Oh my God. I was so much
nicer.
My
gosh. She was so much nicer like 20 years ago. But I mean, and I actually was a lot nicer too, but you get a thick skin in this business because people are vile to you.
They're awful.
And they say the nastiest stuff about you, the way you look, who they think that you are, what they think you are. And just awful stuff about you, stuff about your family, stuff about your friends. I mean, stuff about it, just everything. And you just develop a thick skin. You try to fight with everybody. And then after a couple of years, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to stop because they don't know who I am. And so she's 150% correct. You just got to stop. You just give it to, you're like, whatever. I'm going to give it up. Give it to
sometimes
God.
I do fight because I just I like it.
Well, there are some days you just feel like, I feel like fighting today.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel scrappy and so every now and then I'll pick certain responses to respond to because I just can't help myself. But she's obviously a much better person than I am. And I recognize that. Don't worry about it. I definitely recognize it. Lastly, from Erika, and then we'll move on to other news. But she also talked about how Charlie was so good, and his mission, of course, was as was Turning Points to reach young men. And again, this is infuriating in a way because Candace is ruining that. She's ruining the spirit, the reason for Turning Point to even exist in the first place. And Erika captured the reason for that really well right here. Take a listen.
Charlie was trying to save the exact man that murdered him by trying to reach that generation and say, there is a different way to live. There is a way better and healthier and pure and beautiful, truthful way to live. Why are you wasting your time with brain rot? Why are you wasting your time with things you know are so unhealthy, so unproductive, so divisive, so evil, when there's so many other things you can be focusing on that you can build and that you can harness for good? Why are you wasting your short time? My husband lived for 31 years. That's it. We don't have a lot of time here at all. But if you spend that time on things that are beautiful and true and good, that is how our country can heal and start going forward in a way, in a direction that we never thought could be possible, because the Lord can use that. If you just let that little seed in your life go towards hate and evil, we're on a totally different path.
I mean, her message. How can you dispute that?
I don't know.
It's a beautiful message. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We're going to move on, and we are going to revisit actually a topic that we discussed some yesterday, which is the spat that's currently happening between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump. So she is making the rounds to all of the stations and outlets that she claimed to used to hate, and now she's playing nice with everybody. And we showed you the clips of her and him yesterday, kind of spatting with each other. She is now using the pity card on him. She is trying to position herself as feeling sorry for him for being so toxic. This is enough to, again, make your fists form. Take a listen.
President Trump posted yesterday that you are, quote, and I'm quoting him now, not America first or MAGA, and your, quote, new views are those of a very dumb person. That's the president of the United States speaking about you. What's your response to these latest attacks?
Well, actually, Wolf, I feel very sorry for President Trump.
Oh, do you?
I genuinely do. It has to be a hard place for someone that is constantly so hateful and puts so much vitriol, name calling, and really tells lies about people in order to try to get his way or win some kind of fight. And I think that's exactly what's wrong in America today. That's what's wrong in this toxic political environment that has ripped our country apart. And I personally think that that's poor leadership from a president. It's a very bad demeanor, and Americans are very tired of it.
Her brand was toxicity up until about 2 seconds ago.
Right.
I just can't. This woman is such a phony piece of crap.
Oh my
Shut
God.
up, Marjorie. God. Oh my God. I mean, he's so toxic.
Yeah, he's so mean and he's so nasty to people.
Hey, pot, meet kettle.
Right. My God.
Wow.
I mean,
the gaslighting is off the charts.
Off the charts.
The projection. Shut up.
So he has responded in an interview, and here is what he said. I love actually what he said, because, you know, she continues to make this fight about things that it isn't about. And for example, you know, she started to complain on Twitter about how she's really America first and that Trump spends way too much time dealing with foreign issues. And he explains very well why he does that.
But I've watched her say that he spends too much time on foreign. Well, by doing that, and first of all, it doesn't take a lot of time. I made one trip. I brought back trillions of dollars on that one trip. I stopped in Japan. I stopped in South Korea. I met with President Xi and ended.
You went to the Middle East. I was on that trip with you.
Went to the Middle East. I brought back $3 trillion from the Middle East. I sold many Boeing airplanes on that trip, like 300. When I go on a trip, I only have one place in mind. It's the United States. So when, you know, people with low IQs like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's a low IQ person. When she says it's too, but she was a loyal person until I wasn't able to answer her phone calls because I'm just too busy to answer people's phone calls. You can't call me 3 times a day. And it's just, you know, not appropriate when I have, you know, over 200 congressmen, 53 senators, 212 countries. You know, all of these people are calling, and a family. Actually, the family suffers. It's harder for me to call back the family.
Yeah, she sure has time to go to cocktail parties that are sponsored by Qatar, though, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, what he's saying is, I love the way that he said that, which is when I'm going to foreign countries and dealing with foreign wars or whatever it is that he's doing in foreign countries, America is top of his mind. Whatever he's doing there is for our benefit or our security. And how she doesn't see that, how anybody doesn't see that, I have no idea.
I think she totally sees it, because she's not America first. This isn't about America. She's full of shit. This has nothing to do with her being America first. She's not America first. She's Marjorie first.
Yeah.
She's so full of crap. Everybody can see that. Like, everybody sees who she is. She's literally Liz Cheney 2.0. She's the Southern Liz Cheney.
She really is. She
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
You guys, I know how bad Thanksgiving was bad enough, but like add in Christmas and all of the food that you're gonna eat.
Oh my
You
God.
know you're gonna eat all the food, and you should. 'Tis the season. And then January comes, and it's like resolution time. And if weight loss is one of your resolutions, we have help.
We do. We have the thing for you because there's a lot of people that have done like the up and down weight cycling thing, and you don't want to do that too much. You just want to like get it off. And if you want to lose like that last 10 pounds, lean can help you do it. It's a great way to do it. You don't have to do the shots or any of the injectable stuff, the GLP stuff. You don't want to do that. Do this because it's all natural. It helps you maintain healthy blood sugar, control your appetite. It converts fat to energy. And then it just helps you keep the weight off, which is great. So if you want to lose meaningful weight at a healthy pace, add lean to your diet and exercise lifestyle. Get 20% off when you enter Chicks at takelean.com. That's code Chicks at takelean.com. Do it.
Do it. So, midterms are looking sketch, as we know, and we've been talking about that. And thanks to Candace and people like her. But, you know, Trump still has 3 more years to serve in office. And while he's not ever going to show up on a ballot again, Susie Wiles, his right-hand woman, wants to make sure that in some ways for the midterm cycle, he is on the ballot. Here she is to explain.
He's going to have a fun next year, but we're going to put him on the campaign trail too. Typically, just a little bit of campaign speak, if I may.
Yeah.
Typically, in the midterms, it's not about who's sitting at the White House. It's you localize the election, right, and you keep the federal officials out of it. We're actually going to turn that on its head.
Good.
And put him on the ballot because so many of those low propensity voters are Trump voters.
Yes, they are.
And we saw a week ago Tuesday what happens when he's not on the ballot and not active. So I haven't quite broken it to him yet, but he's going to campaign like it's 2024 again. Oh,
it's really interesting.
I haven't told him yet, but
yeah, that's super interesting. And I think him talking about all this economic stuff, he's going around and talking to real people. That in itself is just campaigning. I mean, that's what he does. He talks to real people,
and he's good at it.
Right. He's fantastic at it. And that's what the previous administration didn't do. He's just really, really good at talking to people because he gives a crap about the American people. Whereas the previous administration had no interest in doing that.
That is a great segue into Karoline Leavitt talking about what absolute hypocrites, what con men and women the Democrats are, especially when they start talking about this whole affordability crisis. Here's Karoline.
Well, the Democrats are the greatest con artists in American politics. They are pretending to champion the issue of affordability when they themselves created the worst inflation crisis in a generation. You can't create a problem and then turn around and say, I'm the best person to fix it. No. That's why President Trump was reelected to fix it, and that's exactly what he's doing. So as President Trump has been screaming from the rooftops, Republicans need to remain tough and smart, and they need to be more vocal about touting the accomplishments of this administration. Again, inflation has slowed because of President Trump's economic policies. We see wages for the first time in 5 years are increasing by about $1,000 per the average American worker. We know wages were declining under this president, and as you mentioned, Ainsley, next spring, these tax rebates, that's real money back into the pockets of the American people for workers who work overtime, for those who collect tips, for those who are on Social Security. They are going to see that money back in their pocketbooks, and every single Democrat on Capitol Hill voted against these historic tax cuts. So you can't say you're for the working man and woman when you vote to raise their taxes. The Republicans and President Trump have a proven economic formula, an agenda that's working. Right. It's focused on bigger paychecks and lower prices.
She's so good, man. She's
yeah,
so
she is
good.
Good. Yeah, and she speaks truth. She's speaking the truth.
And she's so right about Democrats who always rely on proven things that just cause harm and do terrible things to the economy. Perfect example. Brandon Johnson, mayor of Chicago. I think we told you about this maybe a month ago or so, that he's planning on taxing companies a per employee, just head count tax of $21 per person in order to raise money, because he doesn't know how else to raise money. And so there was a press conference that he was in the other day where a reporter said, can you give an example of a city that is doing that already and that it's working in? Because this seems like kind of a bad idea. And so again, he's trying to do this $21 per head tax. Here's what he said.
All right. So if the head tax is such a great idea, where is it working now? Because there are, what cities, who you turn to, where are you looking at and saying, wow, wish we were doing what they're doing? Because I can't find one.
Well, look, if you're asking me if I believe that there is a model that's better than the city of Chicago right now, I'm going to tell you there isn't. We are setting the trend.
That is a terrible answer. It's a terrible answer. Yeah. That's just political speak for, no, nobody's doing it like this, and we're going to fail too. We're going to fail.
And businesses are going to leave because they are not going to want to pay that tax.
Yeah. And by the way, I also don't believe in incarceration of criminals.
Right.
Because I'm an idiot.
I mean, Democrats, again, we've given a million examples of how they're always defending the worst people and denigrating some of the most productive, effective people in the country. Here's an example. Possum Lady. Possum Lady and her silent sidekick are now calling Elon Musk,
oh my God,
a parasite.
Oh, okay.
Elon Musk, who I want to remind everybody that's against immigration, is a fucking immigrant. I just think it's really important that we remind everybody all the time that Elon Musk is a fucking immigrant that doesn't pay taxes, who is a parasite off the American taxpayer.
She said that out loud.
Does she even know how many jobs that guy has created?
Right?
Seriously. Like, have you ever been to Texas? You can just see the growth that he's created just in Austin and McGregor and and that's just Texas. You know what I mean? This chick is just so unbelievably clueless. If she's calling a billionaire a parasite. Listen,
and an immigrant, as if there's not a difference between legal and
illegal. Right. That there again, like, I don't know what it's going to take for these morons to understand the difference between legal and illegal. We've been trying for years to get that through their thick skulls, and they just refuse to understand what that means because they're so stupid. She doesn't understand. I don't know. All of her brains must be in her bolt-ons, her really, really bad bolt-ons. I don't get it. I don't know. She claims to hate rich people, though, and she is one. And that tracks for these white, liberal, elitist bitches that they are. Because that's what they always do. They always rail on rich people. And I'm like, you are a rich person. You are one of those. You live in like Manhattan or something in some ritzy apartment. You are a rich person. And yet you claim to hate rich people. This is what they do. And they do it so well. We talked a lot about this with Batya.
Yeah.
And how Democrats claim to like be for the working class and they try to protect all the poor people. They're so full of crap, you guys. We're the ones who are for the working class. We are the working class. They're not. She doesn't even understand what that's like. She's the one that sat in a podcast one day, that animatronic possum, and she said, oh my gosh, I need more color in my all white neighborhood. Remember?
Oh yeah. But then she got mad about the color because the color they were Trump supporters. And so that was not the right color of color.
Not the right color. It wasn't the right color for her. She is a racist, elitist scumbag. She's awful.
Again, I know we've mentioned this or touched on this even in this show, but midterms are, we got some work to do. There was a couple special elections that took place yesterday. One of those was the Miami mayor race, which a Democrat won for the first time in like 3 decades or something. So again, we suck when it comes to turnout for special elections and for midterm elections. Republicans seem to be a lot better about getting turnout when it's a presidential year, but for midterms, I mean, we got some serious work to do. And we need to talk again about Jasmine Crockett. We talked about her yesterday because she made her Senate run official. Just a reminder of the kind of mentality of some of these Democrats, and particularly when it comes to idiotic topics like reparations.
Oh my
this
God.
is what she said, and I don't even know who this interviewer is, but she is suggesting that reparations doesn't necessarily need to be about money going out. Here's her latest and greatest idea. This is insane.
Just this past week, I saw, I don't remember which celebrity, but it was actually a celebrity, and I was like, I don't know that that's not necessarily a bad idea, but I'd have to think through it a lot. One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. But at the same time, it may not be as objectionable to some people about actually giving out dollars. But obviously then you start dealing with the different tax brackets and things like that. And that's one of the reasons that, you know, we argue the reparations make sense, because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind, right? And so it's like, how do you bring forth people? Exactly. And so it's like, if you do the no tax thing for people that are already, say, struggling and aren't really paying taxes in the first place, it doesn't really exactly.
They may want those checks like they got during COVID.
Exactly.
Okay, well then, listen, I'm just going to act like a Democrat then, and I'll identify as a black person.
There you go. I mean, who can stop you?
Nobody
What would
can
be the
stop
rationale?
me. The rationale is if some dude can walk into my daughter's locker room, well, I'm black today. I don't need to pay taxes. Boom. That's how that works, Dems.
Prove me wrong.
That's
Prove
right.
me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Pay no attention to the pallor.
I did see, now this is super interesting. I did see a headline, and I cannot remember the outlet that put out this headline. I'll try to find it for tomorrow. But there apparently was an organized group of Republicans who created the false impression for her and her team that she could actually win a Senate race in Texas when she absolutely can't. Now, I love that. Like, I think that is, if they actually got her to enter the race based on fluffed up stats that aren't actually real.
I think that's actually true. I don't think she has a chance in hell of winning.
I hope so much.
I think she's actually a gift to the Republican Party. Yeah, I think that is true.
Just don't want to, I'm so afraid of underestimating anybody.
Yeah, like I actually hate saying that out loud because I don't want to jinx it, but I do, there's a part of me in my inside voice that believes that believes that.
She's so awful. So there's a woman named Elaine Godfrey who recently sat down for an interview with her. And here is how she described Jasmine ahead of this interview. Can you read that? Because I can't.
Yes. During many of our conversations, Crockett wore acrylic nails painted with the word resist and a set of heavy lashes over her brown eyes. The lock screen on her phone was a headshot of herself.
Can you even?
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of is Candace. You know, Candace on the front of her laptop is a picture of herself.
Yes.
We're doing it wrong, Mock. We need to have pictures of ourselves like all over our stuff.
We need to do more promo of our faces.
Of ourselves. Yeah. I
mean, there's places where it makes all kinds of sense, but like on your own phone.
Yeah. On your, like, what do you have as your lock screen? What is on your lock screen? To me, it's my kid.
Now.
I have my kid.
I'll show you right now.
Me too. I'll show you my lock screen. This is my lock screen.
It's
my darling daughter. Look at her.
Yeah, here's my boy.
My sweet. See, this is the thing. Our children. I mean, granted, she doesn't have children.
True. Like does she have like a family member that she loves, or just like a landscape that is meaningful,
or a cat? Something.
Something.
I don't know. Something. That's the thing. It just seems a little weird when you're like
narcissistic.
It's a picture of myself.
She's ridiculous. So Mark Halperin, after whom I'm named today, I think, did I change my name? I can't even see it.
It's Mock Halperin.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
It's
that's
really
what I meant.
good. Yeah,
that's what I meant. So Mark Halperin was recently talking to Emily Jashinsky about Jasmine's run, and he's very connected and into all the data about how these elections go. And here was his take on Jasmine's chances in the Senate race in Texas.
Emily, a Democrat has not won a statewide office in Texas for over a quarter century. And if you're asking me if Jasmine Crockett will be the Democrat who breaks that streak, the answer is no. Maybe she'll be the nominee. And if she is, the Republicans will rejoice because any of the three Republicans in the Republican primary can beat her, almost certainly. Because, again, there's a profile that's been bandied about for years of the kind of Democrat who could break this 35 or whatever it is, 31-year losing streak to win a statewide office in Texas. And that profile matches not at all with that of Jasmine Crockett.
So I hope that's right. I hope
she keeps saying it's the JC way.
Mm-hmm.
The JC way. Uh-huh.
So if she wins the primary, her Republican competition could be either Ken Paxton, John Cornyn, who's the incumbent, or Wesley Hunt. And I so want Wesley Hunt to be the guy.
Me too.
He would be in the best possible position, I think, to fight someone like her.
Agreed.
Because he's like the photo negative, even though they're both black, he is the photo negative of her from a policy and how he looks at race
and
perspective
and humanity standpoint.
Yes.
Right. He's just a better human. Yeah,
he is. And he recognizes, like any normal person, that she only has her gender and blackness to offer. That's all she ever talks about.
Yep.
And so here's how he talks about race.
And Jasmine and I just don't see the world the same way. I don't want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm black. I want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm qualified, because I am educated, because I have hard work, grit, determination, because I believe in this country. That's why I am a United States congressman in a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 20 points, and I just won by 27 points. And the reason is because of this. I am literally living Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. I'm being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. The people in my district don't see color. They see somebody that's going to represent this district to the best of their ability, regardless of what they look like. I never want to be demeaned for what I have done and the sacrifices that I have made for this country just because of the way I look. I want to be hired because of my acumen and my ability, and I'll end with this. I see myself as an American. I'm a proud husband. I am a father. I am a veteran. I'm an educated man. I am a follower of Christ. And I'm also a black man. I am very proud of it. But I am all those things before that because the number one thing for me is being an American. And I love all my fellow Americans, regardless of race, religion, color, or creed. And we all should be treated fairly. Nobody wants a job based on the way they look. They want a job based on their abilities.
God, I love him. The Texans that I know are like him. They're not at all like her. And one thing that I wanted to note yesterday that I didn't, I thought was very interesting when she put that ad out and it was just her sitting there listening to Trump. Did she say a damn thing about Texas in that ad? Nothing. She said
all about
zero.
her.
She said jack squat about Texas. Like, it's not about Texas. It's about her acting like her and like fighting Trump. Nobody gives a shit about you fighting Trump. What are you going to do for Texas? And he actually cares about Texas. And he is he is a guy that I relate to. And he reminds me of all the people that I hang out with in Texas. And that's why he's awesome. And that's why he will kick her ass if it is him and her.
God, I hope it's him. He's so much better than either Cornyn or Paxton. He's so much better. He's got to be the guy. So maybe we can get him on the show. We'll give him as much promotion as he wants. Because
oh my God, I would love that. Yes, we
amazing.
totally need to get him on the show. I hope it's him too. I really do.
Yeah. Remember how yesterday we played a clip of Bill Maher and Anna Kasparian, and she had on this slinky little dress, and he was like, "Where in the Middle East could you wear that dress?" She refused to say Israel because she can't bear to say anything positive about Israel. Instead, she said she would go somewhere that hasn't been destabilized by white men,
Whitey.
essentially.
By Whitey.
Right.
That's right.
So there was another part of their conversation that had to do, she brought it up actually, that Israel has nukes, and somehow she thought that was a point. And I thought he handled this really, really well. Again, Bill Maher on the right side of this issue. Here's what went down.
Israel has nuclear weapons, Bill. They have nuclear weapons.
And they don't. And
they have the world's military superpower backing them.
Right. Well, they have nuclear weapons which they don't use. If Hamas
no, they don't use it. But just pretend
if Hamas had a nuclear
God.
weapon, how many seconds would it take before they used it on Israel?
I have no idea.
3. 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Right.
How do you know that, Bill? Come on.
Because it's in their charter.
If they used a nuclear weapon against Israel, I'm pretty sure the very land that Hamas cares about would be done for.
Okay,
They'd be done for.
then they would be martyrs, and that would be a good thing, because that's their death cult view of the world. It's a good thing when you die. That's why they strap suicide vests sometimes on children. The fact that you can't see the moral difference between these two sides always amazes me.
That what Hamas did on October 7th was a fucking atrocity.
Oh, wow.
Killing innocent people.
Who couldn't admit that?
But you have a difficult time at least acknowledging the atrocities that have been committed against innocent civilians in Gaza.
Well, it depends on what you call an atrocity. All wars are going to have atrocities.
A double tap on a hospital?
All war...
Oh, my God.
A double tap on a hospital? So when the first responders show up?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I vaguely remember the thing.
Right.
Yeah. First of all, that's an old terrorist trick. Mm-hmm. That's what they do all the time.
That's what they do all the time. I can't believe she doesn't see this.
Yeah, and I think he said like at least 50,000 times during that interview with her. That's because Hamas hides in hospitals. They hide behind civilians. They hide behind children. You ignorant slut. God.
Right. I know. It's absolutely amazing. So somebody on Twitter said to her after that clip that we played yesterday about where she would wear the dress, someone pointed out to her, you know where you could wear it safely, securely? People do it all the time. Israel. Yeah. That's where you can do that. And so she retweeted that and was just like, I will never step foot in Israel.
Okay.
And so Elon Leavitt wrote back to that. And he was like, thank you.
Yeah, I double dog dare her to go wear that and go wear it in one of the Middle Eastern shitholes. Go wear it. Go wear it in one of the places that you can't wear it and that you're now defending on the Bill Maher I'm smoking pot in my basement show. You know?
At some point we're gonna have to find out the real name of that show.
I know. But I mean, go wear it at one of those other places. So it's like, why? She hates Israel. So these people are such anti-Semites to the point where it is just so irrational. She'll defend and defend it. She'll defend terrorists. It's just crazy to me. I don't understand that way of thinking. I just don't. I can't wrap my brain around it. I don't understand these people.
She's
Club Random. People are saying Club Random. That's the name of the show. Club Random. Thank you, GCQC and Jennifer Pig. Thank you. It's Club Random. I'm never going to remember that. It's kind of like remembering some names, and I'm still going to call it the Smoke Pot in My Basement show,
which I think is a more accurate name than Club Random.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to talk about Gavin Newsom because Gavin Newsom, in addition to being a podcaster, is now an author. He's apparently been spending a bunch of time writing a book about his life instead of actually governing, which is theoretically his actual job.
Well, listen, I mean, he's cured homelessness and he's already rebuilt all the homes from the fire. Oh, wait.
We'll have an update on that, actually. We'll have an update on that. Okay. But he also has time, in addition to the podcast and going on other people's podcasts and also writing the book, he also has time to put out snazzy promo videos for that book, which I have condensed. It was almost 3 minutes long. I condensed it to get rid of some of the fluff, but wanted to share some of it with you so you can see how ridiculous he is. Here is Gavin's promo teaser.
This is not the book you'd expect me to write. It's a story about the people that for, well, better or worse, make us who we are, made me who I am. Nobody's family is easy. Nobody's story is tidy, and I'm no different. A lot of people look at me, the stark white shirt, the blue suit, and the gelled hair, and they think, oh, I know this guy. I know this guy better than I ever want to know him. I get it. This is a story of a kid who always felt like he wasn't quite enough. This is a truly vulnerable book. It was incredibly hard, even painful to write. It's a story about living between two worlds, one of wealth and privilege and the other of more modest upbringing, the outsider on the inside, the interloper who learned to feel comfortable in many rooms. I hope that whatever your opinions of me are, the openness, the honesty I felt in writing this and living it will resonate. A rawness that perhaps equal parts revelatory and contradictory, adapting to my dyslexia, starting and growing my own small businesses, fighting and winning political battles for same-sex marriage and against the NRA, always striving, if not sometimes succeeding, to be a present father that my kids deserve. And yet, there are those public and private moments that I'll always regret. I wrote this book in no small part as a gift to my kids, that it might one day help them understand the paradoxes that shape their upbringing and are bound to shape their children who will come after. In all of its messiness, its heartbreak, and its fundamental optimism about the power of family and community. This is a story I hope a lot of readers will connect with and relate to. Like I said, it's definitely not the book you'd expect me to write, and it's a book that I'm extraordinarily excited to share.
No, nobody expects you to write a book at all. Nobody expects you to write a book when you actually have houses to rebuild.
Can you read the update on that?
I hate him. I absolutely, oh my God, nearly a year after the Palisades fire, a grand total of one house has been rebuilt. Gavin Newsom was apparently spending that time writing a book about how great he is. Nobody expected you to write a book at all because you have work to do. God, you incompetent ass.
Well, the work that he has to do is get ready to run for president, which obviously this contributes to, right? I mean, this is all in the lead up to his ultimate announcement that he's going to run for president. And people are going to lap him up because of his gelled hair and his crisp white shirt.
And his blue blazer. I cannot wait for people to, I'm not going to read it, but I can't wait to see the excerpts about how he wasn't really that rich. I mean, he's just like, not really pseudo rich, kind of like sort of rich, not really rich.
Oh my God.
It just, there's not enough fists to punch this guy. Not enough.
Not nearly enough.
God, California, come on.
The amount that we need fun things right now cannot be overstated.
It cannot be overstated.
I hope tomorrow, I'll probably be back in here tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'll be with a different laptop that will be slightly bigger, that will make this a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll try. But in any case, we need these talks today so much. And we're going to kick it off with some of the pressures that everyone feels during the month of December. December is when you get like told, you need to eat all the protein and do all the exercising and eat healthy and do all the things. And this is a short list of some of those things and the month of December's response, which I thought was absolutely perfect.
That's basically it. That's literally me. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Don't tell me to drink more water or eat more protein.
Gonna have some scones. I'm gonna have scones and more coffee. Screw you, December.
And I also have a really good insult for you to use to anybody who tells you to drink more water and not eat scones.
Okay.
But my screen is so small that I don't remember what it is, and you're gonna have to read it.
I'll happily do it.
Okay,
I got you. I'm your Huckleberry. Here we go. Added a new insult to my arsenal. Ball cock shank. It's ball cock shank nutbag. That's what it is. I saw it.
Okay, good.
Ball cock shank nutbag. Everybody got that?
Write it down because that's going to be a good one.
Write that
down.
Add
it to your arsenal.
That's in the warehouse somewhere. Somebody had a great sense of humor. It was fantastic. Write it down, you guys. Write it down. Okay.
There are a lot of Gen Z trends that are impossible to understand.
I don't
the
get
671, of course, is one of them.
My daughter and her friends. It's you guys, the 6'7", and I'll say it, and they're all like,
Oh yeah, it always results in like just glee and excitement and laughter from that generation anytime there's an opportunity or reason to say 6, 7.
Right.
And now that has gotten down to the toddler years, as you'll see in this video.
Charlie, what is Jesus doing?
6, 7.
I mean,
Baby.
Nobody knows what it means, GCQC, but it
doesn't mean
provocative.
anything.
But it's provocative.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just, it
It's
just makes people laugh.
So
I don't
dumb.
know why.
It's just so dumb. These kids, like, they just came up with it and now they're running with it. And it's just ridiculous.
It's just from a lyric of some hip hop song describing somebody's height, but
Mhm.
why this has become a part of it,
I don't know.
nobody knows. Nobody
I don't
knows.
know, you guys.
This fellow is hilarious. He is talking about baby names and how it's impossible for him to treat babies that have grown-up names as babies. And it is so funny the way that he describes it. Please enjoy.
With grown-up names scare me. No, I don't want to hold Keith. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't cradle a baby who sounds like he files taxes. You hand me an infant named Charles, and I'm expecting him to give me career advice.
That's
Okay?
right.
I need baby names for babies. Soft names, cute names. Not someone who sounds like he works in HR and eats oatmeal by choice. Okay, you're telling me this tiny creature in a dinosaur onesie is named Gerald? Absolutely not. Put him back. Okay, that's a 47-year-old divorced man.
Jerry.
His name alone has back pain. Okay, don't even get me started on holding him. I'm not holding a baby named Carl. Okay, Carl sounds like he's gonna look at me in the eyes and say, "So how's work been?" Sir, you can barely hold your own head up. Relax. Okay, a baby should not be named after men who drink black coffee and have opinions on lawn care. Okay, if the name comes with a mortgage, don't put it on a newborn. Okay,
No.
give them time. Let them grow into their trauma. Let them earn the name Steve. Until then, I'm not holding them. I'm staying over here, far away from baby accountants.
That's right. Somebody said Walter. Somebody said Walter. That's definitely
There's
an
so
old
many
person,
examples.
older person name. Mhm.
All right. And then lastly, of course, we have to have dogs. And this is a montage of dogs waking up the way that you often do when you take an unexpected afternoon nap and you have no idea where you are. Like it's that kind of nap where you wake up. Oh my God, they're the best naps ever.
Best.
So dogs can have those kinds of naps too. Here is a sampling.
Do you know what year it is?
Oh my God, his face, look at his eye. No.
What happened to your hair? You look like you got shocked by lightning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you just wake up? It's so tired.
Oh, Kaiser, what are you doing?
Hi, baby.
Oh.
You from snooze? You look like you just woke up. What's wrong with your hairs?
Oh, the baby. Oh, it's a baby.
Oh, big stretch.
Oh, I want one.
You want to have like what, 4 now?
Mark, you need one of those.
I know.
You need a golden. Oh, like that. You need one like that. So sleepy. Oh, Mom, so sleepy. That's Coda. It's literally Coda, you guys. Every day. I know. Yep.
Oh God.
Oh. Here comes Levi.
Here comes Levi.
Here comes Levi.
He's like, too many women. Too many. He's like, I cannot deal with you women.
Oh my God, I love that. Love it so much. You guys, I do have a thank you or maybe 2 from yesterday. And I know I have more on Venmo that I'll get them, but not until tomorrow. I'm sorry. I just can't. You guys, I just can't. It's been too hard.
Okay, so
today.
we're not doing thank yous today.
No, we are, but I'm just not doing ones that I can only see on my phone.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I don't have my glasses with me. But I do have from yesterday, this one from Denise Field. Can you please read it?
Yes, I can. I have a strict no reptile policy. It's biblical, Genesis 3:14-15. I also don't do rodents, insects, or arachnids because, ew, team fur. Yes, Denise, thank you.
Okay, and then now you. I think, and I'll get everybody
All
else
right.
who sent Venmo. I'm sorry. I promise I will get to those tomorrow. I promise.
Okay. All right. Terry Silva 2912. Thank you for that super sticker. Very sweet. Terry Z Selesky. I think I said that name right. 9794. It's all good. You are among friends. Thank you. I know it's been kind of a borky day, but this was fun doing it midday, right? It's nice to spice it up every once in a while.
It's fine.
Right? Right.
It's fine.
MTX 485. Harpole was with Charlie in Asia. 2 months ago, they shared some of the footage and he's with Charlie on video. She verified someone's schizophrenia.
Yep.
Yeah. Arnerm, Candace Owens' dictionary defines soon as a time after now, but before the end of time. I'll give you the evidence. Soon is thus a true statement. Yes, Arnerm. Mm-hmm. Rachel Thomas Cruz, thank you for that super sticker. I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's my eyes or it's because it's like midday and my eyes don't work anymore. I don't know. Kristen Thompson 9329. Dose testimony. I just got back from the doctor this morning and she was amazed at all my blood work. Oh my goodness. All my numbers are at normal and have improved significantly since last year. She asked what I am doing different, and that's dose. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
So your AST and your ALT levels must be looking pretty good. And that's awesome. Good for you. MTX 485 DEI backfire. I say this is a Black woman. Okay. So who is the DEI? Is it?
That's probably either about Candace. Well, no, because she works for herself. Maybe Jasmine.
Jasmine, maybe.
Jasmine?
Could be Jasmine. Yeah. Thank you for that super sticker. Again, MTX 485. The cult is also freaking out about the Shabbat Shalom part.
Oh my
If they were fans as they claim, they would know he said that all the time on his show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole book is about celebrating the Sabbath.
The Shabbat, yeah, the Sabbath. That's right. C Noons. I just posted they didn't kill Charlie for speaking. They killed him because our kids were listening. That's right. R.I.P. Take care, ladies. We love y'all. Balls. Randy Craig, at Christmas, why must you eat eggs Benedict off of disposable plates? Because there's no plates like foam for the holidays.
Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot.
It's Dad Joke Wednesday. It's Dad Joke Wednesday.
Oh my
God. It was
God.
just a late one. Maggot 258HH. Hello, we know Tucker was compromised by Qatar. Candace has also got a lot of Russian friends. She is a Fed and works for the Russians. Now, you know what? That's a theory. And I don't know, but I could know.
I mean, we don't
There's
know. But
why not? Why not? Emily Craig, 2835. Happy 40th birthday to me. Last year's also had technical difficulties and no show. Oh my gosh, really?
I can tell you why. It's because idiot Brightspeed, which is my internet carrier, has flagged our account to just do this once a year on this date.
That's so weird, Emily. So on your birthday every year, it's going to be all borky.
Well, they promised that they're fixing it, but whatever.
She said, glad it worked out this year. Love spending time with my chicks. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy 40th. 40 was awesome. I went to Vegas with Mock. We had so much fun. It was so fun. Donkey Hody, Dad Joke Wednesday. If women have lady fingers, what do guys have? Mentos.
That's a good one. I love it.
It is good. Shelly Bolton. I was going to be here on time for the rescheduled show, but I spilled coffee on myself and missed the notification. So now I'm a little latte. And just for the record, no actual bolt-ons here. LOL. Love y'all. No bolt-ons. Crystal Gridart 3610. Hey, Mock. Thanks so much for pulling it together for today and Daisy with your broken wrist. We are in the trenches. Love you guys. And I'm actually having surgery tomorrow, but I'm doing the show first, and then I'll run and do surgery. Because that's how.
Do you see what I'm saying, you guys? She's like, I'm just gonna go I'll just do the show, and then I just run and do surgery, come right back. She's not doing the show on Friday because that would be
no, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do the show. Corinne's gonna do the show with her on Friday. Yeah. But I mean, if I could, I would. But I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Which is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'll, I'm just gonna take one day off. So okay. So Layla's Life 8388. All I have done is yell at my screen today with your show. Sorry, Layla. Dems suck, but you guys are wonderful. I was going to tell you a joke about a girl who only eats plants, but you probably never heard herbivore.
Heard of herbivore?
Heard of herbivore. I'm sorry. I did it wrong. I totally said it wrong. I'm sorry. Dad joke Wednesday. Thank you, Layla. Terry Ray Nick, 6070. Don't curse a poor cat with an owner like Jasmine Crockett. That's right. That's mean to the cat.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's mean. She should probably only have furless animals. Don't you think? Probably. Yeah.
I think that's probably wise.
Okay,
yes.
you guys, we're bringing it in. Do you see my cat? My splint.
Ooh,
My splint is
yeah.
leopard, you guys, because of course it is, right? My splint is leopard.
Love it.
Okay, we're bringing it in, you guys, bringing it in. Everybody have the most fantastic rest of your day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.
Okay.